Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie. Today I have another Diamond Art Club sneak peek to share with you. This is this absolutely cozy and wonderful artwork by MrsButterD and is coming out tomorrow, which is Saturday, September 13th. 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. If you're in the Ruby or Diamond tier of the rewards program, you get a half an hour early access window, which for kits by this artist, you often will want to go ahead and take advantage of if this is a must-have for you. So your early access window starts at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you're logged into your account on the Diamond Art Club website. Check out the new arrival section, and it should hopefully populate there pretty on the dot. So anyway, I'm excited for this one, you guys. This is called Snow Globe Wish, and it is, if you want to plan ahead seasonally, this is perfect timing. I also was really happy to see this one in particular because, now hang with me here, I promise I'll get into all the details, but just really quick, for those of you that have participated in the voting rounds that Diamond Art Club does, which they more recently have started emailing out, they tend to post them in the VIP Facebook group where we get to vote on artwork that we like and get to basically have a say in what artwork gets turned into diamond paintings by Diamond Art Club. This particular kit, I went back and looked at my screenshots because I started taking screenshots at the beginning of 2023. When I would do voting, I would screenshot the ones that I had voted for just to kind of see if they ever made it through. This particular artwork was in voting in January of 2023. Now, what this tells me is there's still hope for some of those other kits that were in voting around then that absolutely stole my heart. We've been seeing kits come out from a really wide range of voting rounds, anywhere from early 2023 to kits that were in voting 6 months ago. So all this to say, don't give up hope if there was something you loved that was in voting quite a while ago, because this one, it's been 2.5 years and it's here, and I'm so happy because this one is very cozy. I can totally see myself working on this one this winter because I love her. Now this is 55.8 by 78.7 centimeters, so a pretty good size. It's going to have square diamonds. Color-wise, we're looking at 53 colors, including a frosted diamond color, which we'll talk about those once we open this up, and then 3 fairy dust, a total of around 70,000 diamonds. Now, I'm going to walk you through the features of everything from the box to the kits to the toolkit. For those of you that are new to Diamond Art Club, I want you to know what to expect when you're purchasing from them. If you're not new to Diamond Art Club, feel free to skip around to the parts that you are most interested in seeing. I'll see you in the special drills part. I know why you're here. Anyway, here's some information about how to diamond paint. Newbies, you'll find some links in the description of this video that will take you to things like my How to Diamond Paint 101 video, along with some others that will hopefully help you feel like this craft is something that's really accessible and easy to dive right into. Kit contents, like I said, we're going to go through all of that. And then just FYI, at the bottom of the box, they do put the name and title of the artwork. I found this super helpful as this past week I actually finally sat down and was trying to tidy up the shelves in my garage, which had just turned into kind of a crazy mountain of kits that were not organized. Since they're all stacked there and I was just seeing the end of the box, having these boxes have the name and the picture on the end was such a lifesaver. It saved so much time. It really did make a difference. But anyway, you guys probably knew that already. If you're brand new to Diamond Art Club, by the way, and thinking of making your very first purchase, possiblie with this kit or something else, I have a 20% off discount code for first-time buyers that you're welcome to use. It's my name, Katie, Katie, and the number 20. Thank you so much if you choose to use it. It is an affiliate code, so I may make a small commission if you do, which thank you so much in advance if you do. Now let's take a look first at the toolkit, and I'll give you a quick rundown of what Diamond Art Club includes. They do some upgrades from kind of a standard basic toolkit that tends to come with other diamond painting kits. First, you're going to get a slightly upgraded pen. It's a little more ergonomic than a basic diamond painting pen, and it comes pre-loaded with a clear wax. Give this a twist, the wax will start to come out the end, and it is also reloadable if you twist it back the opposite direction if you run out of what's already preloaded. So you can see it started to come out the end there. The opposite end comes with a multi-placer, which you can take out. It is removable. That one is a 4-placer, which I'm klutzy, and they also give you a 7-placer if you prefer that size. These also do fit Diamond Art Club's metal multi-placers as long as you get the ones that are push-in and not twist in, like they aren't threaded, you know what I mean? Here's that extra clear wax that I think I mentioned, and they do give you some classic pink heart wax as well. You get some baggies, you could store some leftover diamonds in those. Then my favorite of the toolkit upgrades is the trays. I like how much larger they are than a regular tray. I'm a multi-placer, so I like having a lot of space to put a lot of diamonds to work with. There's a stopper as well as a sliding lid, which makes this easy to kit up into if you like to kit up your diamonds straight into trays and you have a bunch of these. So anyway, I like their toolkits. I feel like they are pretty nice and have some nice upgrades compared to other basic toolkits that are on the market. And here, let's see if we got a treasure quest card and what rank it is. Looks like a bronze. Yeah, we got a bronze card. Now let me explain really quick what this is. Treasure quest cards are part of a secondary rewards program. They're also just pretty collectible. So you get the image and the title, but also they're going to have a rank. This one happens to be bronze. If you get this kit, it might also be bronze. It's likely to be bronze. It could also be silver, gold, or black. Once you collect various combinations of these ranks of cards, you can redeem them for things like gift cards or a custom diamond painting. There's a redemption code you can scratch off here and go to the treasure quest card part of the website. I did recently get together enough cards to redeem for a custom diamond painting from Diamond Art Club. If you want to hear more about what that experience was like and how it all works, that video will be linked below too. Now in here, there's actually some helpful things on the inside of this envelope. I'm just going to point out a couple. So the VIP Facebook group I mentioned earlier, you can get to and join once you've made your first purchase. They also have a mobile app, and you can be strategic with your discount codes, and they do 20% off specifically your first app purchase. So you can get but order kind of how you do your 20% off, because that's one of the better codes you'll see as an option. Now, here we have some stickers. These are all stickers. Here's the original artwork. It's cozy. I love the color palettes that MrsButterD uses. It tends to be a lot of soft pastels, which is 1000% my taste. I love this kind of color palette. Seeing it in a winter scene makes my soul happy. I am so excited to see the colors in this one. So yeah, pastels galore, lots of pinks, purples, it looks like here. Now, 53 colors. The code in the right-hand column is going to be the DMC code. It comes from the DMC brand of floss, like, and cross stitch, and most diamond painting companies use this color code system. Diamond Art Club will put their special drills at the end. So Z is going to be fairy dust. M is going to be our frosted diamond. Again, we'll look at those together when we're looking at the diamonds in a bit. Last thing I want to point out is that they do have some 6,000s range colors. What's neat about these is that these are not colors that are from the DMC. They're actually colors that Diamond Art Club has created in drill form to fill gaps in the DMC color code system. And I love it because it lets them match the artwork more closely. And since they make all their diamonds in-house, they're able to do that. Let's take a look. Look at the little snow globe. Oh my gosh. And I know for some of you, you might be like, it's still really warm out. I don't want to be thinking about winter kits. I'm ready to think about winter kits. I love this. There's something, MrsButterD does a lot of different art styles, and I like that this one is more about like the scenery overall. It's not like we're all centered on like a character's or the subject's face. This is so pretty. I love the setting with the sky and the stars. Oh my gosh, I'm so here for this color palette and this whole thing. Okay, we're gonna look at these diamonds in a little bit, but I'm gonna take you on a tour of the canvas and its features again for those of you that are newer to the shop. So, branding, canvas material, we have scalloped and poked edges to help fraying not be an option. The back of the canvas is really soft to the touch. Overall, the weight it's nice. It feels like it's both sturdy and malleable. It's a nice kind of canvas material to work on. It lays flat well. It holds drills well. It's great. I like it. And then we have poured glue. It's pretty sticky, and we have a perforated plastic cover. It's a thick plastic cover, and they do put lines on here to help you see where the edges of those perforated sections are if you want to use those when you're diamond painting and have those sectioned off for you. We have a legend at the top left as well as down at the bottom right. At the bottom left, you'll see a thumbnail, the title, the size, and copyright. So this piece is legally licensed from the artist, which means Diamond Art Club has MrsButterD's permission to use this artwork as a diamond painting and is compensating her for it as well. And this is the case with all of their kits. Here we have their socials and another discount code. And your kit comes with a lifetime warranty. As long as you're the original owner and purchaser of your kit, you're covered under that lifetime warranty, which includes things like if you were to run out of diamonds or run into any issues with your kit. I love this little snow globe on the sled. It's so cute. Little backpack too. So looking up close, I always like to get a sense for what are we looking at in terms of color blocking and confetti. So I'm seeing a good amount of color blocking in this one so far, actually. Color blocking is where, I'm going to get you a really good look at that in just a minute in the sky. So we'll start with the opposite of color blocking, which is confetti, and you can see a lot of it here. Confetti is where you have a lot of color changes in a small area. So you're looking at doing more single placing, changing out the color in your tray a bit more often, but the trade-off is you tend to get more detail as well as some nice color blending. Now, color blocking is where some of these areas of this night sky, you could see that we have blocks of a particular symbol or color. And so grab your multi-placer, you're going to be zipping through areas like that a little bit more quickly, and you'll have that color in your tray for longer. So I like kits like this one that have a really nice, it feels like a really nice mix of both, because confetti keeps it interesting, but color blocking keeps it moving. So this is a good, I would say this one is a really good mix of both. So I know different people prefer different things. They're like, give me all the confetti or give me all the color blocking. Yeah, I'm definitely one that wants both. Both is good. I'm just doing a quick measurement. I like to double check just to see, just in case there's been any kind of mistake, but no, we look good. We're good on size, that 55.8 by 78.7-ish. Here's our diamonds. We've got all kinds of shades of pink and some purples in there too. They do put a sticker on here to tell you what kit these go with, just in case you store these separate from the canvas and outside the box they came in. And there's, look at that color spread again. Let's take a closer look. I feel like most of the kits I've been unboxing from Diamond Art Club lately have been round drill kits, and so it's fun to have another square drill kit. Their squares are some of the best quality on the market, and I truly mean that. Let me tell you more about that after we talk about this special drill color though. So this is our first special color, drill color. It's Z604, which is a fairy dust. Now, if you take a look at these diamonds, you'll see on the tops of them, they have a little bit of a shimmery coating. It looks like almost someone just brushed some fine glitter on the top. Gives them kind of a pearlescent sheen, and definitely enhances the painting nicely without being super in your face. So I love fairy dust. They are my favorite of the special drill types that Diamond Art Club has. And here we have our next one already. Actually, we have 4 bags of our next special drill, which is the 3865, a white fairy dust color. This, of course, it has to be the snow, right? We'll go through the canvas together and I'll point out where the different special drills will be found, but it has to be the snow. Like the actual white colors of snow and not the like filtered, pink colors. So 4 big bags of that one. All right. So yeah, Diamond Art Club square drills, I think that their quality is top notch. They're very, very consistent in size and shape. This is really important when it comes to square drills because square drills by nature sit up flush with each other. There's not the same kind of wiggle room you have with round drills. So square drills, if there's some that are too large for their spot, or if they have little tabs sticking off the side and are like trash drills is what people typically call them, myself included, that makes them problematic to work with because then there's not enough space for them on the canvas and they will pop. They'll literally lift off the canvas because there's not room. Or push up against other drills and push those drills up. So Diamond Art Club, this is rarely an issue. Of course, you will sometimes have some, ideally minimal, which at Diamond Art Club is usually pretty minimal, drills that you don't necessarily want to place. Maybe they have a little bit of trash in them or whatever. But Diamond Art Club does typically give you enough extra that you don't have to worry about trying to place bad drills. You can just pull them out. Here's our next fairy dust color. This is an off-white Z948. It's like an ivory, really, really light beige. This strand is there's just 5 in here. I want to say probably our only other special drill we have left is a frosted diamond, which I haven't seen yet, but if you didn't know, Diamond Art Club puts their drills in these strands in order of weight, not by DMC. So That's why you're seeing we went from the most down to the least. So the very last color we have is our frosted diamond. Let's talk about these really quick. M3078. So frosted diamonds are designed to have a look of frosted glass is really the idea. Frosted diamonds have what looks like really a matte finish. They're not faceted. They just look like it's kind of a dome, like a rounded top on these. And they're not super sparkly. It's a very flat kind of matte finish. I kind of love it. I think it's so unique and is so cool. I have yet to do, no, that's not true. I did do a kit that had some frosted diamonds in them. It was Dark Lilith had some blue frosted diamonds in the, like the brooch of what she was wearing. It was a really, really cool look. So they do look really neat on a canvas. They're such a unique kind of special diamond that you don't see them a ton. Diamond Art Club is really deliberate about when and if they use special drills like those. And so I am going to be so curious to see where that particular special drill is going to be found. But let's go ahead and start at the bottom and we'll go through each of these different special drills that we have. So just as a quick reminder, we had those 4 bags of white fairy dust. We had a big bag of pink fairy dust. We had a small bag of off-white kind of ivory fairy dust. And then we had a really small bag of the pale yellow frosted diamonds. So right out the gate, just to make it really simple, there's not a non-fairy dust white color in this kit. There's not like so this fairy dust color is Z3865. There's not just a regular 3865. So anywhere that you're seeing a true white color, like all this in the snowman, the white colors at the bottom of her shirt or jacket, I'm sorry, the snow here, the outlines there, all of that true white color is white fairy dust. So I'll try to point out like the main areas as we go, but it's the snow. It's the bright white of the snow. So want to make sure that you just know that up front if you didn't guess already. Now let's talk about some of the other colors. So that ivory fairy dust is this light color on this fence post and this fence post right here. It's also the off-white color in the cuff, like the fur of this boot, but not this one, just that one. The pink fairy dust is the lightest pink color that you see in this fence post, as well as the light pink color in this part of this fence post and in this fence post as well. Hopping over here, again, all the white you see in the snow globe is white fairy dust as well. And this light pink outline along the top of the backpack is the light pink fairy dust. And this little kind of white spot, I don't know if it's like a buckle on the backpack, that's the ivory fairy dust. Again, all the white of the snowman, the white outlines, this white here, and the white snow in the background, all white fairy dust. The white that's outlining on the trees is white fairy dust. There's actually a light pink outline right here that is the light pink fairy dust, just right there. And then let's see, more white fairy dust, more white fairy dust. The light pink in the snowman's scarf all the way around, it's that lightest color, is the light pink fairy dust. And then we have this light color that's outlining right here in the scarf is the ivory fairy dust. Snowman's face is white fairy dust here. The light pink on his hat is light pink fairy dust. This light color along his nose right there is not glare. It's the ivory fairy dust. Her earmuff is ivory fairy dust. And there's a little bit of light pink fairy dust just here. I think that's in her hair. And then the yellow frosted diamond. The only spot that I have seen it is the yellow of these windows. There's a total of 12 of that color, 3 in each pane of the window. And so frosted glass, it's literally going to be the spot that's like frosted glass. It's perfect. The ivory fairy dust is the doors. And then we have white fairy dust here and this kind of, these cross lines, and then the white on the roof and the white in the smoke coming up. Back to all the white fairy dust, because all of the pure white color you're seeing, the whitest snow that's everywhere, white fairy dust. It's everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere. Now this pink layer of the sky, this light pink right here and over here is the light pink fairy dust. I just noticed that you see the little pink marks, little pink dots and little lines here in the snowman's hat. That is going to be light pink fairy dust. We have more white fairy dust in the palm of his hat. And then The light pink in the tree branches is also going to be light pink fairy dust. It's through here and here. And then we have some ivory fairy dust in these kind of, it looks a little more light yellow in camera. Little spots here and there. So yeah, these tree branches have some of the pink and some of the ivory fairy dust. Then hopping over here, the moon, we just get to color block our way through that white fairy dust. All of the white stars that you see and the shooting star, that's all white fairy dust. The white outlines of the clouds and the snow and the stars. I think some of it's snow, some of it's stars, maybe. All the little white dots and specks you see, white fairy dust, tons of it. The snow falling here, the like off the branches is white fairy dust. So yeah, there's a reason they gave us four chunky bags of white fairy dust color, you guys. This looks incredible. I am obsessed with the special drill placement. I'm obsessed with this artwork, you guys. I'm so happy this artwork actually made it through voting. I have to tell you, 2.5 years later, I had started to give up some hope, but then I started seeing some artwork get released, like Witch's Tea Room. Is that the name of it? Witch's Tea Shop? Witch's Tea. Yeah, I think that was by MrsButterD that came out a little while back. That was from like voting sometime in 2023 as well. So it's like, there's hope for some of these kits. I'm so crossing my fingers, you guys. So if you've been waiting on this one, also since early 2023, I would love to know, like, have you been diamond painting since then? Do you also keep screenshots of your voting images, the ones, I have a little folder on my phone that's just like past DAC voting. And I don't know why, I just think it's fun to go back and look and see like what's been in there before, like what could possibly, you know, make an appearance at some point. So anyway, let me give you a really quick recap. Even though I have a feeling a lot of you already know that this is on your shopping list. But this one's called Snow Globe Wish. It's by the one and only MrsButterD. It's 55.8 by 78.7 centimeters. We have square drills, 53 colors in total, including 3 fairy dust and 1 frosted diamond that look like they've been charted beautifully as always. This kit, along with the other new releases this weekend, are coming out tomorrow, which is again September 13th at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Diamond and Ruby Tier Rewards members, you get that half an hour early access window. Log into your account, be on the DAC website. I would start refreshing a couple minutes early. I know there have been, from what I've seen people saying, a couple of just like hiccups with things populating the past week or two maybe. And so best advice I would have is just to show up a little bit early and then just keep checking, and hopefully it will show up and you'll be able to snag it. Now, what Diamond Art Club does, again, I think there may have been a hiccup or two with this. I think they may have mentioned it in the VIP group, but they hold back stock for the general release. If this sells out in the early release, which this is not me trying to perpetuate FOMO here, this is just me going, this artist is really, really popular and for good reason. I anticipate that this is one that may sell out during the early release time. But Diamond Art Club usually holds back stock for general release as a rule, and so you can check back at the general release time if you missed out in the early release. And if you don't have early release, you still have a chance at getting it during general. So again, I don't want to push that FOMO. You guys, you stick to your budgets, okay? Okay, let's be responsible. But if this is something that's a must-have for you, like it would be for me, I would just say set your alarms. Be ready to check in. So let me know in the comments, what are your first impressions? What do you think of this one, you guys? Is it going to be on your shopping list for this weekend, or on your wish list for someday, or just one you're going to enjoy vicariously through others? Again, there's definitely a solid chance I may work on one this winter. It just kind of depends. There's a couple other pieces by this artist that were in voting in 2023 that I'm like, ooh, but if those came out, I might like those even more. So we'll just have to see. Fingers crossed. Yeah, okay. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was helpful and fun. If you would like to see more diamond painting videos from me, I do unboxings and reviews from a lot of different companies, weekly whip and chats on Monday mornings if you want some company while you craft, and other diamond painting related stuff. I would love to have you here on my channel and my community, so feel free to subscribe. Either way though, thanks for watching. I hope you're doing very well and that you have a day and a week that's as wonderful as you are. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.